Hey. That is a disgusting act by Randy Moss.
He did what?
Jackpot, baby!
Ice up, son. Ice up. That is blasphemous. You can put it on the board. Yes.
West Virginia, Pitt. This is kind of a funny story because I want to get to the game, but I also want to talk about, when I was watching the game, because it is kind of crazy how it all went down. And this start to this is going to sound a little weird, and you're not exactly going to be sure how it's going to relate to Pitt, West Virginia, but I assure you it will. I'm going to get there. You just have to be patient. So it starts off with an Orioles hat. Yes, an Orioles hat. Yes, baseball, Baltimore Orioles, the team that hasn't been very good, and, now they're starting to get there. Yes, an Orioles hat. So a year or two ago, my dad found a hat. I don't know, we were doing spring cleaning, something, I'm not really sure. He found this hat that he forgot he even had, and he gave it to me. He said, here, I obviously have not been using it to, I didn't even know I had it. Here, you can have it. It's an old Orioles hat, maybe from about like the 70s or 80s, really old logo, throwback, all that kind of stuff. And this year, as I mentioned, the Orioles this year are doing pretty well. So this year, when watching the Orioles, I sometimes will put the hat on in the last couple of innings as kind of a hopeful good luck charm type of deal. When some baseball games, when the team's down or whatever, the fans flip their hat inside out as the rally hat and all that kind of stuff. Same kind of thing, When Orioles, need a big stop, they got a couple runners on, and they need a big pitch, right? Or they need a big defensive player, or something along those lines. You get the point. I'll throw the hat on as kind of a good luck charm type of thing. And it's happened. There was one time where I put it on just for, just for fun, just as a joke. And I think it was like 2 runners on, and they only had a 1-run lead. And I put the hat on, and the next batter, I think hit into a double play to end the game, kind of thing. And then the next game, I threw it on when the Orioles were hitting, and, they were up by 1 run, and, they could have used another run or so to get a bigger lead before the bottom of the inning when the pitchers had to come out. Threw the hat on, and, Santander hit the home run. You get the gist. I put the hat on, and good things happened, right? So I'm at home watching the Pitt, West Virginia game last Thursday, and my roommate, who is a Pitt fan, we were watching the end of the game, and it's back and forth, and it's close, and, Pitt had just scored to tie the game up, right? Tie it up at 31 apiece. So West Virginia was getting the ball back. And jokingly, I said, you know what? I know what I can do to help you out, man. I know what I can do to ensure that Pitt will win this game. Or I know what I can do to make sure Pitt will come up with a big defensive stop. I said, I'll put on my lucky Orioles hat, right? Just in a joking way. I wasn't serious, right? I was like, I put the hat on before, and, the Orioles come up in a big spot, and that happened, right? That kind of thing would happen where they would play, well or whatever. So I jokingly said, hey, I'll put let me put the lucky Orioles hat on. And as I went to get the hat, and as I go to put it on, West Virginia rips off this big 15-yard run, right? And I said, oh, no. That didn't count. That doesn't count. I didn't have the hat on when the play started. Okay. This next play counts, right? So I said, okay, the hat is on. We're in full effect. We're ready for the next play. And you might ask, what happens next, right? Where are we in the game when this happens? Well, I'll tell you exactly where we were when this happened. So I kid you not. I go to put the hat on, right? They run off a big 15-yard run, and I say, no, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. I did not have the hat on when the play started. It doesn't count. The next one counts. And no joke, the next play was this play.
Going to be getting fed a lot.
Daniel's going to throw on first down, goes to the sidelines, has a man
I said that exact same thing. I said, you have got to be kidding me. Are you out of your mind? That did not just happen. Okay, that did not just happen. No way. Right? No way did I just put my Lucky Orioles hat on, and the exact play after I put it on, it was a pick six to give Pitt the lead. And you know what? I also wanted Pitt to win because I don't like West Virginia. I'll put that out there. I wanted Pitt to win because I don't like West Virginia, whether it's football, basketball, soccer, field hockey, volleyball, golf, water polo, it doesn't matter. I don't like West Virginia. So I wanted Pitt to win. And that happened, and I literally had to put my jaw back in place, like with my hand. Like I was in such utter shock that had just happened. I mean, it was the most hilarious coincidence I think I've ever experienced watching a game. You know, and I couldn't believe it. My roommate couldn't believe it. I mean, I still can't, like, just the way that happened was just the most hilarious thing I think I've ever witnessed or ever been a part of, I should say. So maybe that's bad because I don't know that I'll be able to go anywhere else the next time Pitt plays. I might be held down to the couch in the apartment with my Orioles hat on to make sure Pitt wins, right? No. But just joking around, I was like, oh, that didn't count. This next one counts. And then there was a pick six on a tipped pass. It wasn't even that, JT Daniels of West Virginia threw a really bad pass, or, it wasn't, and it wasn't like the Pitt defender tipped in the air and then got it. It was a great throw from Daniels. It was a good throw. It just ricocheted right off the West Virginia receiver's hands and into the bright blue, royal blue gloves of the Pitt defender, and somehow he took it to the house. And it wasn't like, a play on the 20-yard line or, on the 15 where, you pick it off and you only have a few yards to go before you take it to the house. This interception happened around midfield, so he had to go 50-some yards to take it back to the house, and he managed to do it on a tipped play where the receiver's right there, right? I mean, talk about craziness. That was absolutely insane.